planetary alignment is on the 28th of February. And you know, I'm always talking about alignments. And I believe that as above, so below. You'll often hear me saying that. And this is Holy Spirit's way of creating an example that we should follow at this time. Because the planetary parade is where planets align. The reason that they are aligning, I believe, is to set an example for us on what we should be doing. Because it's multiple planets, I kind of correlate that to our different continents, regions, however you want to break it up. But there is a call for collective consciousness here. Because when we join forces collectively to reverse negativity, we have the potential to change societies, cultures, and the globe, right? The whole world. And Spirit is saying we are all interconnected. And this is His way of letting us know that when we come together for the greater good of mankind, He's going to be in the midst and He will bless. Whenever we join collectively, there is a connection to divine. And that connection to divine allows us to experience a greater sense of unity and to receive energy from Source, Holy Spirit. So there are a lot of things that we can set global intentions on. Number one is AI. Why do I say that? Because AI impacts negatively the most vulnerable in society, which are children and the elderly. Also those that aren't wrapped too tight, right? And it's also a worldwide issue. This is the time for us to encourage guardrails. Absolutely, because of some of the horror stories we've already heard. So they have this new dating bot that actually solicits you to give them money. They're bots, so they run automatically. There's no human behind them. But there is a recipient when you send that money. Things like that. And children also, child pornography, all of that. You can see the underpinnings of it coming together. That's why we have to pay attention to global events like that. War, hunger, the things that matter. During this time, we want to make sure that we can be a voice, a collective voice, and be a positive influence on earthly events. That's what it's about. As above, so below. Spirit is saying it's time for us to realize we're all interconnected. Because if they could do it here, they can do it there. And they can do it anywhere. And we are all interconnected. And we need to harmonize and align our energies, our efforts, and then we will get the blessings and reinforcement to transform whatever the goals and objectives are. Because there's a few. Global warming is also one. Leave something in the comments. Help us out here. Tell us all of the ways that are global or what's going on in your individual world that you want to say something about, that we need to stand together and come in unity and address it, leave us a comment. The veil is very thin during this portal, and that heightens our awareness. First of all, our awareness is already heightened from what happened earlier in February. We're very much aware and in tune, but it's praying for that intuitive guidance, maybe to meet new people that have the same goals and objectives as you, in terms of aligning and coming into unity to make a social impact, a cultural impact, a global change. What else? Spirit says that alignments, that word alignment, is really preparation to create something new. New beginnings, fresh starts. It could deal with personal growth also. A lot of introspection in February. And for those of you that are ruled by Mercury, Mercury goes retrograde. It went retrograde already on the 26th. So a lot of introspectiveness. And through all of that, he wants us not only to focus on our personal growth, but on making changes on a global scale, speaking up in the face of negativity, everything that we know is wrong, everything that you're heightenedly aware of at this time. Those are the issues. So many that impact us on a global scale, and so many that impact us directly, even some of us within our own households. And that's that personal growth that he's talking about, alignment. Because the first alignment that is most important is the spiritual alignment, right? So that we get the support and the protection and the guidance whenever we're carrying out whatever the task is. So, finding that harmony between different aspects, between different people. Even though we are interconnected, sometimes we're not harmonious. But there's a call to be harmonious, to step in alignment, especially when you're going after serious goals and objectives. What else do I want to say? So the 6 planets that are in alignment are Mercury, Venus, Jupiter, Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune. Mercury is Virgo and Gemini. Venus is Libra and Taurus. Jupiter is Sagittarius. Uranus is Aquarius. Saturn is Cancer. And Neptune is Pisces. A lot of energy that is definitely aligning for a higher purpose. You've got all of the mutable signs here aligning, right? Which are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. Very mutable. We adapt to change. And then you have the fixed signs, Uranus and a cardinal sign, Capricorn. So I think both sides, even those that have different harmonies, believe in different objectives, can come together and work on one common goal and objective. Significant changes are ahead. You can see it. You can feel it. You can feel things that we used to do are slowly transforming. The world at large is changing. One big thing, money. Where everything is the card, tap and go now. Pretty soon there's not going to be any paper currency like that. I believe that's where we're headed also. But Spirit is saying we're not headed anywhere that we don't want to go. And our way of stopping or making it be known is through collective consciousness, alignments with others that feel the same way, and standing up and doing what is best for the greater good of all. That's what these planetary parades, alignments are for, because as above, so below. Thank you so much for staying till the end, and until the next moon phase, namaste.